I consider dirty water or dirty, muddy water, that borderline water clarity like that, pretty much anything under about 8 or 10 inches of visibility. You know, a foot of visibility like that, it's pretty decent clarity for bass fishing. But when you start getting like, you know, 2, 3, 4 inches of water, you're getting into muddy water situations. Now, the tournament that I won last weekend, you could, for example, you could have a black and blue jig, you could put it in the water and it would disappear about that far into the water, muddy water. So you've got several different degrees of what I consider dirty water in correlation with the water temperature. And each one of these approaches sort of requires, or situations requires a different approach. I got 3 primary lures that I use in muddy water most all the time, pretty much regardless of what the water temperature is or how dirty the water is. One thing I will tell you guys about dirty water, it's not going to be very productive if your water temperatures are, you know, much under 60 degrees. I mean, dirty, muddy water is going to be definitely better if that water temperature is above 60 degrees. Probably going to have a hard time catching them if you're fishing water visibility of under 60 degrees, if the water clarity is under a foot or so. In those situations though, the 2 primary lures that I do use in a little bit cooler water is a big full-size dark jig. This is my Blockit throwback jig. You can get that in my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of this video also. Living rubber, guys. Living rubber is a key factor in dirty water because it puts out a glow, but some type of a black and blue or black and chartreuse, a dark, large profile jig is going to be a really good choice if you've got muddy water and water temperature below 60 degrees. And the other is a big bladed spinnerbait. Just anything with a big blade on it. This is that Trickster spinnerbait, but anything that's got like a, you know, anything bigger than like a number 6, number 7, either willow leaf or Colorado, something that pushes a lot of water that you can fish slow. So these are my 2 primary baits for dirty water if it's under 60 degrees. Okay, now that is a situation I don't do much, but I do fish a lot of dirty water when the water temperature is over 60 degrees. And I really like fishing dirty water if the water temperature is over 70. If you have water temperatures in the 70s or 80s, bass can be caught pretty effectively in dirty water. And so I want to talk about, you know, the baits I use and the situations I'm looking for with that. Now, when you're talking about dirty water and the cover available, that just depends on where you're fishing at. Depends on the type of lake you're fishing. Depends on, you know, if it's a river system or if it's got current in it or if it's a tidewater system or just a man-made impoundment. But there are very few lakes. Here's the key thing to remember, guys, is there's very few lakes that have water visibility that is dirty or